So the first part of this app tutorial is to establish our screen defaults for our mobile app. I'm going to go up to this menu item in the toolbar and choose frame. I'm going to click and drag really any size, and for the width I'm going to go to the properties palette and I'm going to change the width to 440, and I'm going to change the height to 932. These numbers are important in that they are divisible by 4. We're going to use a 4-pixel grid system, and it is slightly bigger than the biggest iPhone. I've discovered that in our prototyping, if you use a size that's bigger than the phone, it'll adjust the scale to fit your phone size. So I think that's ideal. Alright, so now that that is established, I'm going to rename this screen base. Okay. Now I'm going to use this layout grid. It's in the properties palette. You have to select the frame. The context of the properties window or palette changes depending on what you've got selected. So if I select the main screen here, it's going to give me properties for that. If I select any frame or object, it'll give me properties for those things that I have selected. So I'm going to select the frame. I'm going to go to the layout grid section and click this little plus. So the default's 10. I'm going to change this to 4. As I said before, we're going to use a 4-pixel grid. I'm going to use a shortcut here, Shift number 2. We'll zoom into anything that you have selected. So Shift 2, or if I want to go back, Shift 1. So those are very handy. So I just zoomed in so we could see the 4-pixel grid. Okay, and then we're going to add some columns. Clicking that plus again, and I'm going to change this from grid to columns. I'm going to change the count to 8, and is a number divisible by 4. I'm going to change the margin to 8, and I'm going to change the gutter to 8. So all of those should create a nice visual system for us to do our layout. I'm going to also change the color of this to a blue. That way we can discern between those two things. As you work, you want to make those adjustments, but you always want to use a grid system so that you can speed up your design decisions. After that's completed, you can store this in a style. We're going to use styles in this tutorial, and you're required to use them for your project. So I want to click this little guy here in the layout grid, and I'm going to click this plus, and I'm going to name this 4px for pixels, 8c for column, and say create style. If you make a style, you can apply it to any frame. Those aren't frames, those are settings, and be able to change them centrally. So that's really a key to operating efficiently.